At the G20 Extraordinary Summit on Afghanistan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi stressed on the need to ensure that the Afghan territory does not become a source of radicalization and terrorism regionally or globally. The meeting was chaired by Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi, who hosted a special summit of the Group 20 major economies on Tuesday. PM Narendra Modi, who participated in the meeting virtually, welcomed the initiative to convene a special meeting to take stock of the current situation in Afghanistan. The meeting tackled issues related to humanitarian situation, concerns relating to terrorism, and human rights issue in Afghanistan following the Taliban's return to power. Emphasizing the centuries-old people-to-people ties between India and Afghanistan, PM Modi mentioned that over the last 2 decades, India has contributed to promoting social economic development and capacity building of youth and women in Afghanistan. He also recalled that over 500 development projects have been implemented in Afghanistan by India. The centre believes the opposition-ruled state governments are responsible for the current coal shortage and resulting power crisis. Sources close to the government said that the situation could have been averted if states had lifted their quota from the stockpile of Coal India. A senior minister in the government said that several factors led to a shortfall in coal stocks, but the worst is over. Attacking several opposition-ruled states, he said there are states which did not prepare for the rise in power demand and instead indulged in creating panic. A senior government official said while most states didn't prepare for the rise in power, some states like Jharkhand and Rajasthan did not exploit their own mines to meet the demands of the plants. Instead, they announced roastering and went public with the charges of a shortage. The Narcotics Control Bureau will file its reply on Aryan Khan's bail plea by 11 a.m. on Wednesday, and a special court decided to hear the matter later in the day at around 2:45. According to sources, the NCB is likely to oppose the bail application of Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan in connection with the cruise ship drug bust case. As many as 20 people have been arrested in the case so far. Last week, Aryan Khan was remanded to judicial custody for 14 days, after which he immediately moved court seeking bail. Aryan's bail plea was also rejected by the magistrate court on October 8th. The bail plea was again heard before the special NDPS court on Monday, but the court posted the matter for further hearing on Wednesday, seeking the NCB's reply. Veer Savarkar was not an enemy of Muslims and he had written ghazals in Urdu, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh Sar Sanghchalak Mohan Bhagwat said on Tuesday. Mohan Bhagwat said there was a campaign after independence to defame Veer Savarkar and that others, including Swami Vivekananda, might be targeted the same way. Speaking at the launch of Veer Savarkar, the man who could have prevented partition, a book by Information Commissioner and former journalist Uday Mahurkar, Bhagwat said there was a campaign to defame Savarkar. After independence, the campaign went on very fast. Right now, Sangh and Savarkar are being targeted. The likes of Swami Vivekananda, Swami Dayananda and Swami Arvind are next in line. Mohan Bhagwat said those who are against the unity of India, they do not like them. The RSS chief said Savarkar believed nationality does not discriminate against people based on how they worship, and this is Hindu nationality. The Power Ministry on Tuesday allowed power producers using domestic coal to import up to 10% of their coal requirement to boost low stocks, sources said. The move could bolster the coal inventory at thermal power plants within a week, they added. India's coal-fired power plants are facing severe shortages, with an average of just 4 days of inventory against a recommended level of 15 to 30 days due to a sharp uptick in the power demand and supply side issues caused by monsoon rains. Despite elevated international coal prices, this level of blending would only lead to 20 to 22 paise per unit rise in the price of power. The official noted that power generation companies could sell power on exchanges or agree to higher rates with buyers under power purchase agreement to pass on the cost to the distribution companies that are currently trying to meet any shortfall in power supply by buying power on exchanges. In 2020, the centre had advised generating companies to cut coal imports. Global coal prices are hitting record highs due to a coal shortage in China.